What if the edge of the earth held secrets that could change how you see the planet forever? Imagine staring into the eyes of ancient statues that have defied time, walking through landscapes that look more like dreams than destinations. This isn't fantasy, this is real, and it's waiting for you. From volcanic islands cloaked in fog to oceans that glow beneath moonlight, our journey begins in the world's most remote and mysterious places. Pack your curiosity. The adventure of a lifetime starts now. Our first stop takes us to Easter Island, Chile, a place shrouded in legend and solitude. Over 0 miles from the nearest continental point, this remote volcanic island is famed for its moai statues, massive stone heads carved by the Rapa Nui people over 500 years ago. With their solemn gazes and colossal forms, the moai are more than stone, they are keepers of an ancient culture, standing guard over the island's secrets. But Easter Island offers more than mystery. Picture yourself watching the sunrise from Ahu Tongariki, where 15 moai line up against the glowing Pacific horizon. The waves crash, the breeze hums, and history comes alive in silence. From the Pacific, we journey to the Indian Ocean, to the Maldives, a floating paradise of over 10 coral islands. The Maldives redefine what it means to escape here. Luxury overwater bungalows rest above crystal-clear lagoons, and the sea glows with bioluminescent plankton at night. It's the kind of place where time slows, and each moment is a postcard. Whether you're diving into coral gardens teeming with marine life or watching the sky turn fire orange at dusk, the Maldives promise serenity in its purest form. Next, we set our sights on Cappadocia, Turkey, a surreal dreamscape carved from volcanic rock. As the morning sun rises, hundreds of hot air balloons float silently above the alien-like terrain. Below, fairy chimneys, cave dwellings, and ancient monasteries tell stories from the Byzantine era. You can sleep in a cave hotel, explore underground cities, or hike through the rose-tinted valleys. It's a destination that feels like stepping into another dimension, one foot in the past, one in fantasy. Now we take a leap to Southeast Asia and land in Bali, Indonesia, the island of the gods. Bali is a rich tapestry of culture and nature, where jungle-clad temples like Uluwatu and Tanah Lot rise above pounding waves. Imagine dancing shadows during a Kekak fire performance, incense curling through the air in sacred temples, or sipping fresh coconut under a swaying palm. Whether you're surfing Uluwatu's epic waves or soaking in the emerald-terraced rice fields of Ubud, Bali feeds both the soul and the senses. We now head west to the middle of the Atlantic Ocean to the Azores, Portugal. Often called Europe's best-kept secret, this archipelago is a sanctuary of volcanic lakes, dramatic cliffs, and emerald pastures. In São Miguel, the largest island, the twin lakes of Sete Cidades sparkle in a massive crater. Steam rises from geothermal springs, and wild hydrangeas bloom along every road. It's a land that feels untouched by time, where nature takes center stage in every direction. We now leave the islands and set our compass for the cooler north. Ireland greets us with its impossibly green landscapes, mystical stone ruins, and coastal cliffs that defy imagination. The cliffs of Moher rise 700 feet above the Atlantic, where wind, sea, and stone create a drama all their own. Explore Dingle Peninsula, where dolphins play and Gaelic music fills the air, or step into history at Rock of Cashel, a medieval fortress once home to kings and legends. Ireland is a living poem, rugged yet tender, ancient yet timeless. We glide further north into the majestic arms of Norway's fjords. Carved by glaciers and blessed with natural grandeur, these deep-sea inlets like Geirangerfjord and Naroyfjord are surrounded by towering mountains, roaring waterfalls, and postcard villages. Picture yourself on a kayak, the morning mist swirling as you paddle through silent waters. In the summer, the midnight sun casts a golden glow that lingers for hours, turning every view into something mythical. And finally, for this chapter, we head to the sun-kissed shores of Phuket, Thailand. This is where exotic energy meets laid-back island life. The beaches are legendary Kata, Karon, and Patong, each with its own rhythm. But there's more here than sand and surf. Wander through old Phuket town, alive with colorful Sino-Portuguese architecture and bustling markets. Take a boat to James Bond Island or dive into the dazzling underwater world of the Similan Islands. Phuket is a burst of life and light, a place where summer never ends. From ancient stone giants to floating heavens, each of these destinations redefines what it means to travel. They challenge your senses, awaken your imagination, and leave footprints not only on land, but on your heart. And we're just getting started. The world's wonders are calling and you haven't seen anything yet. Have you ever felt a city's heartbeat, a rhythm so alive it pulses through your veins, pulling you into its story? Imagine wandering cobblestone streets where every corner whispers tales of centuries past, where art and life collide in dazzling color, and where the air buzzes with creative energy. This chapter takes you into the soul of some of the world's most vibrant cultural capitals. Prepare to lose yourself in history, music, architecture, and the unforgettable spirit that defines them. Our journey begins in Florence, Italy, arguably the cradle of the Renaissance. Just imagine stepping into a living museum. Everywhere you look, masterpieces come to life. Michelangelo's David stands proud. The Duomo's terracotta dome soars against the Tuscan sky, and the Uffizi Gallery houses paintings that shaped Western art. But Florence isn't just about the past. It's a city alive with cobbler workshops, bustling markets, and the intoxicating aroma of fresh espresso and baked focaccia. Wander along the Arno River, cross the Ponte Vecchio with its glittering jewelers, and watch the sunset drape the city in golden hues. Florence invites you to savor every moment, where history and daily life blend seamlessly. Next, we travel west to Barcelona, Spain, a city where the avant-garde meets tradition with a fiery passion. Here, Antoni Gaudi's visionary architecture dominates the skyline, from the towering spires of Sagrada Familia to the mosaic wonders of Park Güell. But Barcelona's magic isn't only in its buildings, it's in the vibrant street life of La Rambla, the bustling markets of La Boqueria, and the sun-drenched beaches where locals and travelers mingle. Imagine sipping sangria at a sidewalk cafe, watching street performers dance to flamenco rhythms, or exploring hidden alleyways bursting with color and creativity. Barcelona pulses with energy, a city that never stops inspiring. Our path leads us north to Edinburgh, Scotland, an enchanting city where history and mystery intertwine under ever-changing skies. Imagine walking the narrow medieval alleys of the Royal Mile, with the imposing silhouette of Edinburgh Castle guarding the skyline. The city breathes stories of kings and poets, of witches and ghosts. At night, cozy pubs fill with the sound of bagpipes and laughter, while festivals like the Edinburgh Fringe burst with creative expression. Outside the city, the rolling hills and rugged coastlines invite you to explore a land of myths and legends. Edinburgh is a place where every stone has a story, and you can feel it beneath your feet. Next, we cross the continent to Vienna, Austria, where imperial grandeur meets vibrant modernity. The city is a palace of music and art, once home to Mozart, Beethoven, and Strauss. Picture yourself strolling through the lush gardens of Schönbrunn Palace, or attending a dazzling opera at the Vienna State Opera. Vienna's coffee houses are legendary places where thinkers and artists once debated ideas over rich espresso and delicate pastries. Walk the elegant Ringstrasse Boulevard, admire the Baroque architecture, and savor the city's blend of history and contemporary flair. Vienna captivates with its refined charm and deep cultural roots. From Vienna, we glide to Amsterdam, Netherlands, a city built on water, creativity, and tolerance. Picture cycling along tree-lined canals, beneath quaint bridges and past colorful houseboats. Amsterdam is a vibrant mosaic of history and innovation. Visit the Anne Frank House, explore the vast collections of the Rijksmuseum, or lose yourself in the quirky charm of the Jordan district. The city's liberal spirit shines in its bustling markets, lively cafes, and thriving art scene. Whether you're tasting stroopwafels by the canal or dancing in a hidden jazz bar, Amsterdam invites you to embrace life fully. Our next stop is London, England, a city of contrasts where tradition and trendsetters collide. Imagine walking through centuries of history at the Tower of London, watching the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace, or catching a West End show that dazzles your senses. London is a melting pot of cultures, languages, and cuisines. From the colorful markets of Camden Town to the serene paths of Hyde Park, every neighborhood offers a different flavor. The Thames winds through the city like a lifeline, reflecting the ever-changing skyline. London's spirit is relentless, bold, diverse, and endlessly inspiring. Crossing the Atlantic, we arrive in Mexico City, a sprawling metropolis where ancient civilizations and modern vibrancy intertwine. Imagine stepping into the vast Zocalo Plaza, surrounded by colonial buildings and the towering ruins of the Templo Mayor beneath your feet. The city bursts with color in its murals, in its festivals, and in the warm smiles of its people. Savor street food like tacos al pastor, explore the canals of Xochimilco, or visit the haunting Frida Kahlo Museum. Mexico City is a city of contrasts where history pulses beneath the surface and life dances in every direction. Finally, we return to South America, landing in the lively heart of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Nothing prepares you for the sheer energy of this city. Picture the iconic Christ the Redeemer statue watching over sun-drenched beaches like Copacabana and Ipanema, where samba rhythms fill the air. Rio's carnival is a dazzling explosion of color, music, and dance, embodying the spirit of celebration. Hike up Sugarloaf Mountain for breathtaking views, wander through the lush Tijuca forest, or simply soak in the vibrant street life. Rio is a city that invites you to lose yourself in its infectious joy and passion. These cities are not just places on a map, they are living, breathing stories of humanity. Their streets, their art, their people, all invite you to dive deep into culture and life as you've never experienced before. So, open your heart and your mind, because the pulse of these timeless cities will stay with you long after you leave. Have you ever stood somewhere so stunning that it felt like the earth itself was showing you a secret? A place where nature's artistry unfolds in grand, overwhelming beauty, where every vista feels like a living masterpiece. In this chapter, we dive deep into some of the planet's most breathtaking landscapes. Prepare to have your senses dazzled, your soul stirred, and your spirit ignited. Our journey begins in Santorini, Greece, where the iconic blue-domed churches and whitewashed buildings cling to cliffs that plunge dramatically into the deep Aegean Sea. Imagine strolling through narrow cobblestone paths in Oia, the sun casting a warm glow on the caldera below. Santorini's volcanic history is visible everywhere, from black sand beaches to rugged cliffs, telling stories of ancient eruptions that shaped this island's unique charm. As the sun dips below the horizon, the skies explode in fiery reds and oranges, a spectacle that travelers call the most beautiful sunset in the world. Santorini is not just a destination. It's a moment frozen in time, perfect for lovers, dreamers, and seekers of magic. Next, we venture to the Norwegian fjords, a natural wonder carved by glaciers over millennia. These deep, narrow inlets cut through towering cliffs, creating a dramatic and almost otherworldly landscape. Picture yourself cruising through Geiranger Fjord, flanked by waterfalls cascading like silver ribbons from heights that defy belief. The stillness of the water mirrors the sky, and the air is crisp and pure. Hiking trails snake along ridges where you can gaze out over an endless panorama of emerald forests and snow-capped peaks. The midnight sun of summer casts a surreal, soft glow, giving you more hours to soak in this pristine beauty. The Norwegian fjords are nature's cathedral, vast, sacred, and humbling. From the chilly north, we travel south to the Azores, Portugal, a volcanic archipelago where lush green landscapes meet deep blue oceans. In São Miguel, the largest island, twin lakes fill a massive volcanic crater in shades of turquoise and emerald, surrounded by craggy peaks and fragrant pine forests. The ground steams gently from geothermal springs, and the air carries a hint of wildflowers. Imagine walking through fields dotted with hydrangeas, or tasting fresh seafood caught from the Atlantic just hours before. The Azores remain off the beaten path, offering travelers a quiet refuge where nature's rhythms are still unspoiled and deeply felt. Crossing the Atlantic to South America, we arrive in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, where nature and urban life collide spectacularly. Beyond the famous beaches, Rio is framed by lush mountains and dense rainforests. Hiking up Corcovado Mountain to the towering Christ the Redeemer statue rewards you with panoramic views of the city's sprawling beauty. The Tijuca National Park is one of the world's largest urban rainforests, teeming with exotic wildlife and hidden waterfalls. Feel the pulse of the city below, then step into the tranquility of nature above. Rio's landscape is a dynamic dance between wilderness and city life, vibrant and alive. We now journey to the tropics. Phuket, Thailand. Known for its stunning beaches and turquoise waters, Phuket is a tropical paradise alive with contrasts. Imagine lounging on Patong Beach as the sun warms your skin, then diving into underwater worlds alive with coral reefs and colorful fish. Inland, the lush jungle hides waterfalls and exotic wildlife, while local markets burst with fresh fruits, spices, and the scent of street food sizzling over charcoal. A boat trip to nearby islands like Phi Phi reveals towering limestone cliffs rising dramatically from the sea. Phuket invites you to explore, relax, and immerse yourself in nature's bounty. From the tropics, we head to the rugged beauty of Ireland, where lush green fields stretch as far as the eye can see. The cliffs of Moher tower majestically over the Atlantic Ocean, their sheer faces battered by relentless waves. Standing here, you can feel the raw power of nature and the deep history etched into every stone. The Dingle Peninsula offers tranquil beaches, ancient ruins, and rolling hills dotted with sheep. Ireland's landscapes are a symphony of green hues, ancient stones, and misty mornings, perfect for those seeking peace and profound connection with the earth. Finally, we find ourselves on the idyllic islands of the Maldives once more, but now focusing on their spectacular underwater world. Beneath the surface, a vibrant coral reef system bursts with life schools of tropical fish, graceful manta rays, and even gentle whale sharks glide through crystal waters. Snorkeling or diving here is like entering another universe, one of color, motion, and silent beauty. Above water, the sand is powdery soft, and palm trees sway in the ocean breeze. The Maldives offer an escape into a world where nature's artistry reigns supreme, both above and below the waves. Each of these landscapes, from volcanic islands to towering cliffs, from tropical beaches to ancient green fields, invites you to experience Earth's grandeur firsthand. They remind us that the planet's beauty is vast and varied, waiting to be explored, cherished, and preserved. So, breathe it in, open your eyes wide, and let these natural masterpieces fill you with awe and wonder. Have you ever craved a place off the beaten path where time slows, crowds vanish, and every moment feels like a secret shared just with you? This chapter takes you beyond the usual tourist trails to some of the world's most peaceful and enchanting hidden gems. Here, you'll find tranquility wrapped in nature's arms, local cultures thriving quietly, and landscapes so pristine, they seem untouched by time. Our first sanctuary lies in the Azores, Portugal, an archipelago often called Europe's last untouched paradise. Imagine volcanic craters filled with shimmering lakes, lush forests thick with moss and ferns, and thermal springs bubbling with healing warmth. In Furnace, geothermal activity creates natural hot springs and fumaroles where locals and travelers alike soak their worries away. Hike through the Terra Nostra Park, a botanical wonderland alive with rare plants and vibrant colors. The Azores invite you to reconnect deeply with nature, to breathe fresh Atlantic air, and to feel a profound sense of calm rarely found in today's hectic world. Next, we journey to the verdant landscapes of Ireland, a land of rolling hills, ancient castles, and mystical ruins. Step into the tranquil beauty of the Ring of Kerry, a scenic drive winding past shimmering lakes, rugged coastline, and quiet villages. Picture yourself wandering through the medieval streets of Killarney, or exploring the forgotten ruins of Ross Castle beside a misty lake. Ireland's countryside is a tapestry of emerald greens, dotted with wildflowers and grazing sheep, where folklore and history blend seamlessly. Here, every stone and tree seems to whisper stories of fairies, warriors, and poets. From Ireland's peaceful green fields, we cross the ocean to the Norwegian fjords, places of silent grandeur and breathtaking vistas. But beyond the famous fjords lies the lesser-known Lofoten Islands, a remote archipelago where jagged peaks rise sharply from the sea and beaches are stark and white. Imagine standing beneath the surreal spectacle of the northern lights, or watching the midnight sun's golden glow caress the rugged coastline. The Lofoten Islands are a sanctuary for hikers, photographers, and anyone seeking solitude in wild, raw nature. Next, we fly to the tropical bliss of Bali, Indonesia, but away from the crowded beaches to the lush interior of the island. Explore the rice terraces of Tegalalang, where emerald fields cascade down hillsides like a living staircase. Visit ancient Hindu temples hidden in jungle clearings, or meditate in serene yoga retreats surrounded by bird song and gentle breezes. Bali's spiritual heart beats in these quiet places, where time seems to pause and your soul can breathe freely. Moving to the Mediterranean, we find the enchanting island of Santorini. Greece, beyond its famous sunsets and blue domes, lies a slower rhythm. Explore the tiny villages of Pyrgos or Megalokori, where narrow lanes wind past whitewashed houses and bougainvillea drapes walls in vivid pinks and purples. Sip local wine in quaint tavernas, or wander through ancient ruins set against dramatic cliffs. Santorini's quieter corners reveal a rich cultural heritage and an intimate connection to the sea and sky. Further east, discover the canals and calm of Amsterdam, Netherlands. Beyond the bustling city center lies peaceful neighborhoods like De Piebe in Jordan, filled with cozy cafes, art galleries, and hidden courtyards. Rent a bike and pedal along tree-lined canals, stopping to explore local markets or sit by the water with a book. Amsterdam's slower side invites you to savor simple pleasures, fresh stroopwafels, gentle boat rides, and the soft glow of lanterns reflecting on the water at dusk. Lastly, we return to the vibrant energy of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, but find quiet moments in nature's embrace. Escape to Parque Lage, a lush public park with walking trails, waterfalls, and a historic mansion cafe nestled beneath the gaze of Christ the Redeemer. Hike the trails of Tijuca Forest to hidden waterfalls and panoramic views, or find a quiet beach like Prainha, away from the crowds, where turquoise waves kiss golden sand. Rio's hidden retreats offer a balance to its lively streets, a chance to recharge amid tropical splendor. These hidden gems and tranquil escapes remind us that sometimes the most profound travel experiences come not from crowds or famous landmarks, but from moments of quiet wonder, discovery, and connection. Whether you seek solitude in nature, a touch of local culture, or simply a breath of fresh air, these destinations open doors to new worlds waiting just for you. Have you ever dreamed of escaping to islands where every wave whispers a story, where vibrant cultures bloom alongside turquoise waters, and where every sunrise feels like a fresh beginning? This chapter unveils some of the world's most enchanting islands, places that captivate not just with their beauty but with their soul. Get ready to dive into island life that stirs your spirit and soothes your soul. Our journey begins in Bali, Indonesia, the island of the gods, a tropical haven where spirituality and natural beauty intertwine. Beyond its famous beaches lies a rich tapestry of culture. Imagine witnessing a traditional Balinese temple ceremony, where the air fills with incense and the rhythmic beat of gamelan music echoes through the jungle. Wander through the vibrant Ubud market, bursting with hand-woven textiles, intricate carvings, and fresh tropical fruits. Bali's lush rice terraces paint the landscape in layers of green, while volcanic peaks rise majestically in the distance. Whether you're seeking adventure in the waves or tranquility in a yoga retreat, Bali offers a balance of vibrant life and serene escape. Next, we sail to the Maldives, a constellation of coral islands floating on the Indian Ocean's sapphire waters. Here, time slows to the rhythm of the tides. Imagine stepping from your overwater bungalow directly into warm, crystal-clear lagoons, teeming with colorful fish and graceful manta rays. At night, the sea sparkles with bioluminescent plankton, turning the shoreline into a glowing fairy tale. The Maldives are a paradise for divers and snorkelers, eager to explore vibrant reefs, but also for anyone longing for ultimate peace amid pristine beaches shaded by swaying palms. Venturing into the Mediterranean, we arrive at Santorini, Greece, an island shaped by fire and sea, where whitewashed villages cling dramatically to volcanic cliffs. Picture yourself wandering through narrow alleys lined with bright bougainvillea, stopping to sip local Assyrtiko wine in a quaint taverna overlooking the caldera. Santorini's volcanic sands, both black and red, line its beaches, while ancient ruins whisper stories of civilizations long past. The sunsets here are legendary. As the sun dips into the Aegean Sea, the sky ignites in a spectacular blaze of colors, etching memories that linger long after night falls. From the Mediterranean, we head west to the Azores, Portugal, a lush island paradise in the Atlantic. Known as Europe's hidden gem, the Azores boast geothermal springs, crater lakes, and verdant landscapes. Imagine hiking through dense forests to reach the turquoise twin lakes of Sete Cidades, framed by towering cliffs and wildflowers. The islands offer unique experiences, like whale-watching giants of the sea, passing through these waters on ancient migratory routes, and savoring local cuisine rich with fresh seafood and cheeses. The Azores remain delightfully uncrowded, inviting travelers to connect deeply with nature and simple island life. Farther west, the Caribbean calls us to Barbados, an island where vibrant culture and stunning beaches come together in a joyful celebration. Imagine the rhythmic sounds of calypso and reggae music filling the air, while colorful festivals bring streets alive with dance and laughter. Barbados beaches range from powdery white sands to rugged coral shores, perfect for snorkeling. Explore historic Bridgetown, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, or venture inland to the lush Harrison's Cave, a natural wonder of stalactites and underground streams. Barbados offers warmth, both in climate and spirit, inviting visitors to experience the true meaning of island hospitality. Lastly, we visit the Greek island of Crete, a land where myths and mountains meet. Wander through the ancient ruins of the Palace of Knossos, said to be home to King Minos and the legendary Minotaur. Explore charming villages where locals share stories over plates of meze and glasses of raki. Crete's coastline is dotted with secluded beaches and crystal coves, perfect for swimming or sailing. The island's diverse landscapes, from fertile plains to rugged gorges, make it a paradise for hikers, history lovers, and foodies alike. These islands, each unique in culture, landscape, and spirit, invite you to lose yourself in their rhythms. Whether you seek cultural immersion, natural wonders, or simply the soothing sound of waves, these island paradises promise experiences that linger in memory and nourish the soul. So, dive in, let the islands enchant you, and discover the magic that only island life can offer. Have you ever yearned to stand on a mountain peak where the world stretches endlessly beneath you, and the air is so pure it feels like a breath of eternity? This chapter invites you to explore some of the most breathtaking highlands and mountain retreats on Earth, places where nature's power and beauty blend with culture and history to create truly unforgettable experiences. Our first destination is the Scottish Highlands, a region where rugged landscapes and ancient legends weave together in a tapestry of wild beauty. Imagine driving along the winding roads of Glencoe, surrounded by towering peaks shrouded in mist, their slopes dotted with ancient stone ruins. Here, the air carries stories of clans, battles, and myths. Visit the haunting Eilean Donan Castle, perched on a tiny island where three lochs meet, a perfect picture of medieval romance. Whether hiking through heather-covered hills or spotting elusive red deer, the Highlands are a place where solitude and grandeur meet, beckoning adventurers and dreamers alike. Next, We ascend to the Swiss Alps, where snow-capped summits pierce the sky and pristine valleys cradle picturesque villages. Think of waking in Zermatt, with the iconic Matterhorn towering above, its sharp peak mirrored in crystal-clear lakes. Summer here is a playground of wildflowers, hiking trails, and alpine meadows. Ride the cogwheel train up to Gornergrat for panoramic views, or explore charming mountain hamlets where traditions run deep and chalets overflow with warmth. The Swiss Alps are a testament to nature's majesty and human harmony with it. We then journey to Austria's Tyrol region, where soaring peaks meet quaint towns full of charm and culture. In Innsbruck, the imperial city nestled in a valley, medieval architecture blends with modern life. Outdoor lovers can hike or bike through the Zillertal Alps or ski year-round on glacier slopes. The region's folk music, festivals, and hearty cuisine add a cultural richness to your mountain escape. Tyrol invites you to experience alpine life at its fullest, active, authentic, and invigorating. Heading eastward, we find ourselves in the Carpathian Mountains of Romania, a land steeped in folklore and natural beauty. Dense forests, jagged peaks, and tranquil villages form a mysterious landscape where Transylvania's myths come alive. Explore the castles of Bran and Pelish, wander the medieval streets of Brasov, or hike in the untouched wilderness of Retezat National Park. The Carpathians offer solitude and adventure wrapped in layers of history and legend, making them a perfect destination for curious explorers. From Europe, we cross continents to the majestic Rockies in North America. Stretching from Canada to the United States, the Rocky Mountains boast some of the most stunning wilderness in the world. Imagine standing in Banff National Park, surrounded by turquoise lakes, glaciers, and pine forests. Wildlife roams freely here, elk, bears, and eagles in a vast natural playground. In the U.S., Rocky Mountain National Park offers rugged trails and alpine lakes, with mountain towns like Aspen and Telluride combining outdoor adventure with vibrant cultural scenes. The Rockies inspire awe and adventure at every turn. Lastly, we visit the Japanese Alps, a hidden treasure of mountain beauty and cultural depth. In Nagano, known for its hot springs and winter sports, ancient temples sit alongside towering peaks. Wander through the Kamikochi Valley, a pristine wilderness of crystal rivers and forests. Experience traditional mountain hospitality in cozy ryokans, savoring seasonal cuisine and soaking in onsens beneath starry skies. The Japanese Alps offer a serene escape where nature, culture, and spirituality harmonize perfectly. Each of these mountain regions tells a story of endurance, tradition, and breathtaking beauty. They invite you to breathe deeply, explore boldly, and connect with landscapes that have shaped civilizations and inspired countless travelers. So lace up your hiking boots, or cozy up by the fire because the world's most majestic highlands await. Have you ever wandered a city so rich in architectural beauty and innovation that every building feels like a piece of art? Imagine standing before structures that tell stories of empires, revolutions, and dreams of the future, all within a few blocks. This chapter explores some of the world's most spectacular urban wonders, where history and design fuse to create cities that inspire awe and curiosity. Our journey begins in Istanbul, Turkey, a city straddling two continents and countless centuries. Picture yourself standing in the Hagia Sophia, once a cathedral, then a mosque, now a museum where Byzantine mosaics and Ottoman calligraphy coexist under a giant dome. Walk through the bustling Grand Bazaar, one of the oldest and largest covered markets in the world, where spices, textiles, and crafts fill the senses. Istanbul's skyline, with minarets and modern skyscrapers, reflects its unique blend of east and west, old and new. It's a city where every street corner hums with history and life. Next, we travel to Prague, Czech Republic, a fairy tale city where Gothic spires and Baroque domes punctuate the skyline. Wander across the iconic Charles Bridge, lined with statues that seem to watch over the Vltava River. Explore the labyrinthine alleys of the old town, where centuries-old buildings hide secrets of alchemists and kings. Don't miss the astronomical clock, a medieval marvel still keeping time with intricate precision. Prague's romantic charm and architectural splendor make it a dream for artists, lovers, and history buffs alike. Heading west, we arrive in Paris, France, the city of light and a timeless beacon of art and elegance. The Eiffel Tower soars above, but the city's true beauty lies in its elegant boulevards, ornate bridges, and cozy cafes. Explore the Louvre Museum, home to masterpieces like the Mona Lisa, or stroll through the bohemian Montmartre, where artists like Picasso once lived. Paris is a city of endless discovery, where every corner offers a new vista, a new flavor, or a new inspiration. Further north, we reach Stockholm, Sweden, a city spread across 14 islands, connected by bridges and waterways. Imagine wandering through Gamla stan, the old town, with its colorful buildings and cobblestone streets. Modern Scandinavian design meets medieval charm here, with sleek museums, cutting-edge architecture, and cozy wooden houses. Stockholm's archipelago invites you to explore islands dotted with pine forests and quaint villages, blending urban life with nature in perfect harmony. From Europe to Asia, we explore Shanghai, China, a dazzling metropolis where futuristic skyscrapers rise beside historic temples. The Bund, a waterfront promenade, offers views of the iconic Oriental Pearl Tower and the glistening skyline of Pudong District. Shanghai is a city of contrasts. Ancient traditions thrive in Yugarden, while neon lights pulse in the bustling Nanjing Road shopping district. It's a place where innovation meets heritage in an energetic urban dance. Crossing the Atlantic, we arrive in New York City, USA, the city that never sleeps. The towering Empire State Building, the sprawling Central Park, and the bustling Times Square epitomize the urban energy that defines NYC. From the art galleries of Chelsea to the historic streets of Greenwich Village, New York offers a dynamic mix of culture, cuisine, and endless possibility. Walking its streets, you feel the pulse of ambition, creativity, and diversity that shape the city's identity. Lastly, we touch down in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, a city born from desert sands that has become a symbol of modern luxury and architectural daring. The Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building, pierces the sky, while Palm Jumeirah, a man-made island shaped like a palm tree, redefines coastal engineering. Dubai blends futuristic skyscrapers with traditional souks, desert safaris, and dazzling fountains. It's a city of dreams, where innovation and opulence meet in dazzling harmony. These urban wonders remind us that cities are living canvases, places where human creativity, history, and culture are written in stone, steel, and glass. They invite you to explore streets filled with stories, marvel at architectural masterpieces, and feel the heartbeat of humanity's greatest creations. So grab your walking shoes and your sense of wonder. The world's greatest cities await your discovery. Imagine a place where the ocean kisses the shore with gentle waves, where the horizon blends sky and sea in endless blue, and where every beach tells a story of sun, sand, and sea breezes. In this chapter, we journey to some of the world's most breathtaking coastal paradises, destinations that beckon with their sparkling waters, vibrant marine life, and irresistible charm. Our voyage begins in the turquoise waters of the Maldives, where some of the world's most pristine beaches stretch like white ribbons across the Indian Ocean. Here, palm-fringed islands float like emerald gems, surrounded by coral reefs alive with color. Whether you're lounging on soft sand, snorkeling amid schools of tropical fish, or sailing at sunset, the Maldives offer a sanctuary of serenity and natural wonder. At night, the ocean glows with bioluminescent magic, turning the shores into a twinkling spectacle that feels almost otherworldly. Next, we sail to the Greek island of Crete, a place where rugged coastlines meet crystal-clear bays. Picture the sun warming your skin as you explore hidden coves and ancient seaside ruins. Crete's beaches range from long stretches of golden sand to quiet pebble bays, framed by olive groves and mountains. The island's coastal villages invite you to savor fresh seafood in tavernas overlooking the Aegean Sea, While traditional festivals celebrate centuries-old maritime heritage, Crete is a place where history and sea intertwine in perfect harmony. We then travel to Phuket, Thailand's largest island, famed for its lively beaches and tropical splendor. From the bustling sands of Patong to the tranquil shores of Koh Tao, Phuket offers a beach for every mood. Imagine riding a long-tail boat through limestone karsts, rising dramatically from emerald waters, or diving into vibrant coral reefs teeming with marine life. Beyond the beaches, Phuket's Old Town reveals a charming mix of Sino-Portuguese architecture and bustling markets, a cultural heartbeat pulsating just steps from the sea. Crossing the Atlantic, we find ourselves on the shores of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, where beach life pulses with energy and rhythm. The iconic Copacabana and Ipanema beaches are more than just stretches of sand. They are stages for samba dancers, beach volleyball players, and sunbathers soaking up the Brazilian zest for life. As the sun sets behind Sugarloaf Mountain, the city's skyline lights up, and beach bars fill with music and laughter. Rio's coastline is a vibrant celebration of life, color, and community. Heading north, we explore the rugged coastlines of Ireland, where wild Atlantic waves crash against dramatic cliffs and serene beaches hide in quiet coves. The Wild Atlantic Way offers one of the world's most spectacular coastal drives, where every turn reveals breathtaking views of sea stacks, sandy bays, and ancient ruins. In Donegal and Galway, the coastlines are alive with traditional music, hearty food, and the warm hospitality of locals who cherish their seaside heritage. Ireland's coasts blend natural power with soulful charm. Finally, we return to the Azores, Portugal, where volcanic islands rise from the deep Atlantic, with lush greenery and inviting beaches. The island's black sand and pebble beaches contrast vividly with turquoise waters, offering ideal spots for surfing, swimming, and whale watching. Coastal trails lead to dramatic viewpoints where seabirds wheel overhead and dolphins play in the waves. The Azores are a coastal paradise for those seeking untouched nature and peaceful shores. Each of these coastal paradises invites you to dive into the rhythm of the sea, to feel the salt breeze on your skin, hear the soothing song of waves, and experience the joy of life beside water's edge. Whether you seek adventure beneath the surface or calm on the shore, these destinations promise memories as endless and deep as the oceans themselves. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed exploring Prague as much as I enjoyed guiding you through it. If you found this travel guide helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more beautiful destinations from around the world. Got a favorite spot in Prague? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, safe travels, and see you in the next video.